Straight ahead on ESPN News, many a thrill on the hill with aces throwing Schill for the D-backs against Maddox for the Braves. Up at Safeco, Pedro's on for Boston against the AL West leading M's. The heat was on the Reds. Could they beat Al Leiter? And speaking of heat, Miami gets a basketball Jones. Eddie is home, happy and wealthy. And will Jalen Rose stay put? We hope you do. It's ESPN News now.
From ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports, this is ESPN News.
Thanks so much for tuning in. Your 24-hour source for everything sports, ESPN News. This guy is Ian Page. I'm Cindy Brunson. We'd like to welcome our viewers on ESPN2. You've just finished watching a thriller at the D-backs and those amazing Braves. Let's get right to the highlights. Let's talk about it. Curt Schilling making his first home start for the D-backs. Call it fate or luck, but the Braves have somehow avoided going against the best pitchers in the league, twice avoiding dates against Pedro Martinez, as well as keeping away from the one in Arizona's 1-2 punch, Randy Johnson. Atlanta's luck drying up in the desert Wednesday night. For the fourth time this year, the Braves face Curt Schilling, the right-hander, 2-0 with a 1.64 ERA against Atlanta in 3 starts this season, gunning for his first win with his new club at the Bob. Top 2, B.J. Surhoff up with a runner on. He drives the pitch to the hole. Jason Conti fields it and fires a bullet to third to nail Brian Jordan. Braves would come up empty in the second. Bottom 3, J. Bell up against Greg Maddox. He lines the pitch into right center. Tony Womack comes in to score. Bell slides into second with a double. Bell's 43rd RBI of the year. Diamondbacks up 1-0. Top 4, Paul Bacco chops the pitch toward first. Alex Cabrera handles it and turns the 3-6-3 double play. Top 7, Schilling pitching to George Lombard. All he can do is chase it. Schilling, the complete game, 6 hits, 4 Ks with his second shutout of the season. The Diamondbacks get the win 2-0. Schilling has not allowed more than 1 run in his last 3 starts. Arizona putting the brakes on a 3-game losing skid. Maddox takes the loss, his 3rd straight, as the Braves snap a 4-game winning streak. Our Dan Schulman and Buck Martinez caught up with Schilling after this was over.
Curt Schilling joins us after the game, a 6-hit shutout. You said after the game in Florida you were fatigued and you were drained. How did you feel through tonight's game?
I felt better. Stuff-wise, I don't think I felt as good as I felt in the past, but it came. And getting 2 runs in the 3rd, I think, was a huge, huge lift. You always hope to push a couple extra across when you get a lead against Maddox, and you know, I can't say enough about Damian Miller tonight. We were in a real good flow, real good rhythm. Defensively, we did what we had to do, and you know, Tony Womack with 2 outs and nobody on gets us 2 runs. And if we're going to be Western Division champions, we're going to have to do things like that. And he's going to have to run this offense. We're going to hit our home runs, but Tony can mess up a pitcher. And in the 3rd inning, he was the reason we got those 2 runs.
Well, he certainly got things going. Curt, talk about your game plan tonight. You didn't have the good fastball that you had against Florida. Did you come out with the mindset that you were going to use breaking balls to get ahead?
No, you know what? I'm pitching with pretty much the same plan every game. I go over my hitters before the game, and regardless of my fastball, I have the plan that I have going into the game. That doesn't change. You know, if my fastball gets a little bit better as the game goes, I might improvise. But you know, I think I had the best fastball tonight in the 9th inning. When the crowd got on their feet and got going, it got me going a little bit, and that was fun.
Well, not only did the crowd get going, this is a crowd you know. They know you. You're from here. What's it like to be pitching in front of the hometown fans?
It's exciting. I can't, like I said before, I can't be a dream come true because I never could have dreamed it. But you know, I knew coming to the park today the Giants were winning 4-3, and I kind of just, it was the 8th inning, and I figured, you know what, we need to win to stay a game back. And for some reason, I happened to look at the TV as I went to get stretched and saw they had lost, and I got a little jolt. I was pretty excited, thinking this could be a little bit bigger game than it was an hour ago, and yeah, this is what it's all about. We're in a pennant race, and we're back in tied for first, and you got B.A. throwing great, and Randy throwing in the next 2 days. Who knows what we can do in the next couple games, get on a roll.
Well, congratulations.
Thank
Great
you.
performance. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.
Curt Schilling of the Arizona.
Thanks, fellas. Reds and Mets, bottom 1, Robin Ventura. Obvious rapport between bat and ball. He was 2 for 4 with 2 RBI. His 17th homer of the year, his first since June 24th. Mets go up 2-zip. Top 5, Al Leiter. Ken Griffey Jr. can only swing. He's only batting .243. Leiter with 8 Ks on the day. Top 9, Armando Benitez. Striking out Michael Tucker to end the ball game. Benitez hasn't allowed a run in 17 1/3 innings. Mets win 2-1. Over 42,000 at Shea for the afternooner. Leiter sat down 18 of the final 19 batters he faced, winning his 2nd straight start. Benitez with his 27th save and 31 opportunities. New York with 37 wins at home. That is best in the National League. After pitching 7 innings in the Reds' loss, a frightening moment for Elmer Dessens. He passed out walking to the team bus. Dessens was taken to a local hospital and treated for dehydration, apparent victim of nearly 80-degree temperatures mixed with high humidity. He did catch a later flight back to Cincinnati.
Cards and Expos, top 3. 2 men on for Jim Edmonds. And he unloads on Mike Johnson's offering. That's a 3-run blast, his 31st of the year, and the Cardinals go up 4-0. Now top 5. Edmonds delivers again. He was 2 for 4 with 5 RBI. That matches his career high. He leads the Cardinals now with 32 home runs. Bottom 5, Jose Vidro rips that thing to right. Look at J.D. Drew saying, no base hit for you. Cardinals go on to win it. And Pat Henkin improves to 10-8 as he holds the Expos to 2 runs and 5 hits over 7 innings, as Henkin has won at least 10 games now, each of his last 8 seasons. Well, the Red Sox and Mariners played a 19-inning marathon Tuesday night. Ironically, the longest game in Mariners history was also against the Red Sox, a 20-inning affair at Fenway back in August of 1981. So we'll see if both teams have got anything left Wednesday night as they finish up the 3-game series. We'll hope it'll be a 9-inning affair on Wednesday night. Pedro Martinez on the mound. He's 5-0 lifetime against the Mariners, and looks like he might go to 6-0 as he has gone 8 innings, allowed just 2 earned runs and 5 hits as they are in the top of the 9th, and the Red Sox are up 5-2. We'll keep you posted and bring you highlights as soon as this game is over. Blue Jays and A's, bottom 4 were tied at 4. Eric Chavez snaps out of a 14 for 76 slump. That is off the upper deck, a 3-run bomb as the A's go up 4-1. Now, top 8, Jays down 4-2. Tony Batista. That's a 2-run bomb. 32 on the year for him, so he sets a Blue Jays record for most home runs by a third baseman, and we're tied at 4. Bottom 8, Chavez bloops one into center field. That'll fall. Miguel Tejada will score, and Chavez going to be cut down at second base, but he drove in 4 runs, so it doesn't matter. As the A's complete the 3-game sweep of the Blue Jays, Mark Guthrie took the loss in his Blue Jays debut, so the A's have now won 5 in a row.
Losers of 5 straight. The Royals taking on the Yankees. Top 2, 2-zip KC, Johnny Damon. July's AL Player of the Month, extending his 11-game hitting streak with his 26th double of the year. He was 3 for 5 with an RBI, 3-zip Royals. Bottom 2, Blake Stein. Pitching to Chris Turner, who's hitting to left center. Todd Dunwoody, solid. Bottom 3, still 3-zip KC, Stein. Facing Derek Jeter. Jeter deep to right. Jermaine Dye leaping and catching. Jeter 1 for 4, mired in a 3 for 22 slump. The Royals get the win 4-1. The Yankees with 3,000 fewer fans on hand than the crosstown Mets. Denny Nagel with his first loss since mid-June as the Royals beat the Yankees for the first time this season. Stein with his 2nd win, walked 6 and only K'd 5, but he lowered his ERA by more than 1.5 points. We'll soon find out if Pat Riley's new golden child is just that. On the outside, Eddie Jones is gleaming like the bars of gold at Fort Knox. His new Heat deal, 5 times richer than his old salary, a cool $12 million plus a season. The 3-time All-Star and league leader in steals last season is ready to prove his worth. And just like Dorothy, Eddie says there's no place like home.
My mind was sort of made up that I wanted to play at home. You know, I was a free agent. There was nothing pretty much binding me to play in Charlotte. My mother wanted me here, which is big, if you know my household. I mean, day one. I mean, I wanted to be here. I mean, I used to always run by Coach Riley's bench and look at him, just to let him know that I'm looking at him in a way like, hey, I'm a free agent this summer.
Well, the Spurs got their biggest win since winning the 1999 NBA championship Wednesday when Tim Duncan kept his word and signed a 3-year deal worth $32.6 million. And with Duncan, the Spurs are one of the few teams with the height and talent to challenge the Lakers. And speaking of the Spurs, Derek Anderson has not yet agreed to terms with them, despite a report in the Orange County Registry to the contrary. However, Anderson is seriously considering an offer from San Antonio. Elsewhere, Catino